What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riga YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to be doing a reading for all my Cancer sun sign friends. That's right, if you were born between the dates of June 21st and July 22nd, then you are a Cancer sun sign, and this reading is for you. In this video we're going to be doing a reason for worry and stress spread, which is going to get down to the reasons behind why you're stressed out, why you've got worry in the month of May, and what you can do about it to fix the situation so that you live a more stress-free life. Now, this is of course going to be a general overall reading for all of my Cancer friends, but if you want a more specific reading tailored just for you, then please head on over to my Etsy shop where I can do a reading just for you, where I tap into your specific energies. The link is in the description, but for now this is an overall reading, and hopefully it'll get down to the root of the matter for all Cancer sun signs. I'm going to be using the Thelema Tarot today. And I ask that you just give me a moment to shuffle the cards, center myself, and ask the Thelema Tarot the question: what can Cancer sun signs... Nope, let's rephrase that. What are the reasons for stress and worry in the lives of Cancer sun signs? Alright, that's the question we're going to ask. One moment, please, while I shuffle. Alright, cut the deck. This is a 3-card spread, and it goes like this: 1, 2, and 3. Interesting mixture. We've got a Major Arcana, we've got a Court, and we've got a 9 of Swords. Alright, give me a moment to just dissect what's going on here. Let me just see here. Alright, so the first card we're going to look at is the King of Swords, and this card in this position represents the overall reasons for stress and what's causing the stress. And we've got the King of Swords, and this is about air, this is about communication, it's also about thoughts. And I'm getting the sense that a big reason for stress for Cancers at this time is that a lot of you may be being too forceful in your communications and your thoughts, not really allowing other people to, how can I word this delicately, being kind of too dominant in your ego mind, let's put it that way. Thinking that you're always right, not really taking on the opinions of others, and being kind of rigid in your thoughts, in your speech, and your beliefs. That's the sense I'm getting here from this card, is that you guys are just like, I am the king, and you know these swords here represent either thoughts or words, and I'm getting the feeling that you're the king, and your thoughts and your words are the final say. And whatever anyone has to say about it is wrong, and I'm right. And of course this is going to cause stress because, you know, not only is it going to, you know, grate on your relationships with others, you know, people are going to not really get along with you so well if you're refusing to see things from their perspective or to listen to them or to understand them. So yes, it's going to affect your relationships, but it's also kind of cutting you off from new information. You're not going to really learn. You're not going to really be totally aware of what's happening because you're so rigid in your beliefs that you're not going to really be able to take on new information and learn new things, and I think it just leaves you stuck, right? It's like what's that saying? Oh, I'm gonna butcher this saying. Oh man, it's like something about like, how can you ever hear something if you're always talking? Oh, I wish I could think of it right now. It's such a well-known phrase, but you know, if you're always talking, you're never listening, right? Basically is what I'm trying to say, and that's what the gist I'm getting from this card is: if you're always, you know, always having the opinion that you're the dominant force, that your way is right, then you can't really learn. You can't, you know, put yourself in the shoes of others and feel their perspective and learn from their perspective. So it's going to cause some rigidity, it's going to cause some relationship struggles, and that's a big cause of stress. So, you know, tone it down a little bit, Cancer. All right, that's as far as the ego mind goes, the thoughts go. This next card here represents what you need to let go of, and we have strength. And this goes hand in hand. It's saying let go of the desire to be right. Strength card is about dominance and, power. And I think this card is asking you, Cancers, to kind of soften your edges a little bit. So you don't have to be in charge. You don't always have to be right. You don't always have to be, the winner of every argument or every scuffle, or right. You know what I mean? You don't always have to. And this is just for this month, by the way. I'm not saying that you're always like this, but for the month right now, for the month of May, this is sort of what's going to help you a little bit. It's to soften your edges a little bit, and don't be so rough around the edges, and be more accepting of people. Bring more goddess energy into your lives. Basically is what this is saying. The masculine energy of me, I'm right, I want to fight if you want to think otherwise, is not really helping anyone. And in order to soften those edges, you're going to have to bring down a more feminine energy, a more more soothing, more calmer, more relaxing type vibe around you, so that you're more allowing of people to affect you and to not be affected by them so much. Let people be, let people do their own thing. You don't always have to imprint your wants and desires into the lives of other people. Is basically what that card is telling me. So that's what you need to let go of, is that power, that strength, that dominance that you might be feeling right now. Again, this is an overview. It's not going to pertain to all of you, but figure out what strength means for you. And I think it's going to be a little bit different for everyone, but where are you a little bit too dominant in your life? The last card here represents actions that you can take to improve your situation. We've got the 9 of Swords. Okay, this card is saying several things to me. First of all, it's saying, 9 of Swords is about staying up late at night, not being able to sleep because your ego thoughts are taking control. And when I say ego thoughts, I'm talking about your negative ego thoughts: fear, doubt, worry, anger, resentment. So those are more emotions, but I'm talking about more thoughts. So, sleepless nights, they don't help anybody, especially when you're being led around by your ego a little bit. So I think this is saying the actions you can take is to just allow your ego mind to kind of recede into the back. In our society, we're just so ego dominant, and we're taught that ego is the most important thing. Logic will solve any problem, right? But that's not true at all. In fact, the opposite of true. Ego is what gets you into these problems. It's your heart that is going to take you out of it. So this card is saying that, to me anyway, that you need to release some of those negative ego thoughts, and don't let them keep you up at night. Don't, metaphorically speaking, don't let them, distract you from what's important. Don't let them, become so much a part of your life that they kind of take over. And that's the one sense I'm getting from this card. The other sense I'm getting from this card is you guys need to get more sleep, better sleep. And by that, I mean you need to have a set sleep cycle that you stick to every single day. And I think sleep is very important for regeneration and recharging, and also for the dream states. We work out a lot of our problems in our dreams. And if you're not getting a solid sleep schedule, a solid 6, 7, or 8 hours, however much you need each night, then everything's going to be off balance, and you're going to be off balance, and you're going to cause some stress for yourself. So make sure that you're getting a sleeping routine that's really beneficial for you. If you're having trouble sleeping, I highly recommend the use of crystals, the use of meditation before bedtime. Really helps me. I meditate before bed every single day. I ask for a peaceful night's sleep. I ask to remember my dreams, and once you set your intention, the universe has no choice but to align with that. So definitely meditation, the use of crystals. I highly recommend scolecite. If you're into crystals and you need a crystal to put under your pillow, scolecite is the one. Oh, that is the crystal in my opinion for getting a good, relaxing, deep sleep. So let's go over this spread very quickly. Yes, I'm getting the sense that you guys are being kind of domineering with your ego mind, with your thoughts and your words. You guys are kind of taking control, and it's causing a little bit of stress and a little bit of friction in your relationships. And the best way for you to kind of fix that is to take a step back, release the the desire to control, the desire to be in power a little bit, and allow other people to flourish around you without having to imprint your own energies onto them as much as you're doing. And lastly, the actions you can take are to kind of dial back your ego mind and its negative thoughts so that they're not so powerful, they're not so in control of your life, and also to get better sleep and make sure that you're sleeping well so that you're getting a chance to recharge every night and you're not off balance because your sleep schedule is irregular. So that is my reason for stress and worry spread for Cancers in the month of May. I hope you guys got something out of that. Remember, this is a general overall reading. If you want a more specific reading tailored just for you, then head on over to my Etsy shop. The link is in the description, and I can tap into your specific energies and get a reading just for you that will help you in any way that you want help. So, I'm here to help, guys, and no question is too big or too small for me to help you with, and we'll work together to figure out the answers to your questions. So I hope you go check that out. All right, guys, leave a like if you enjoyed this, if you got something out of it. Put a comment in the comment section if you have any questions or you just want to say something about this spread. Be sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Happy taroting. Peace.